On August 10th of 2021, Bleach released its first new chapter in 5 years, celebrating the 20th anniversary of the series. We got the Hell chapter, and at the end of it, it announced, sort of, a Hell arc. This has colloquially become known as the Hell arc that we are waiting for from Bleach. And it hasn't happened yet. It's been 4 years since then, and we've gotten literally zero update. And I don't think it's going to happen. That's not to say that it's never going to happen. That's not to say that it's impossible that Kubo just has no plans to release it. I just don't think it's going to happen in any amount of time that is relevant to most fans and most people. If it was going to happen, I think at the beginning or near the beginning of the 1,000-Year Blood War would have been the best time. But now we're finishing up a 1,000-Year Blood War. The series is almost over in the anime again, and I guess we could go on and do Can't Fear Your Own World and, explore some of that stuff, but I just don't see it. I don't see us getting more past that for the anime, and there's nothing from the manga, so the anime is going to end, and there's just not going to be anything else. And Kubo could just wait till the end of the 1,000-Year Blood War anime, and then put out the Hell arc. And I guess that's fair, but I kind of don't see it. Why would you wait until the end of the anime to put out the next arc, when we could have been getting the next arc now, so that the anime could continue? Because now we're going to end the anime again, and then in 5 more years have to pick up the anime again. It just seems unlikely. I think he had a plan for the Hell arc, and then just decided not to do it, or maybe Jump decided they didn't want to bring Bleach back. I really don't know. But it doesn't seem like we're getting another arc for Bleach. I think that was a one-off that just probably isn't going to go anywhere. And that sucks. I would love more Bleach. Bleach is probably my favorite shonen series. I would really like more of it. But I just don't see it. I don't think we're getting any more. And I don't think Kubo really has a plan to deliver anymore. I think the anime is going to end with 1,000-Year Blood War. I do not think we're getting anything relevant, really, from Can't Fear Your Own World. I could kind of see us getting the epilogue part that kind of shows what happened between the end of 1,000-Year Blood War and the last chapter that kind of fast forwards in time. I could kind of see us getting that little epilogue. There is quite a bit of time left in the anime, considering how much material is left for the manga. So I could see maybe that getting adopted, but I don't see us getting... I don't see the 1,000-Year Blood War anime expanding to include all of that happens in Can't Fear Your Own World, and I really don't see us getting another anime that's Can't Fear Your Own World. Again, it's possible, maybe a movie or something. To be fair, I didn't really read Can't Fear Your Own World. I just haven't gotten around to it, which kind of sucks because I do want to read it, but I don't really like light novels. They're just books, right? I don't want to read a book. If I wanted to read a book, I'd read a real book. When I'm reading manga, I want to read the manga. It's kind of hard for me to get into the light novel. They should release an audio book for Can't Fear Your Own World. That would help. That would help a lot, actually. Anyway, that's a me problem. I know enough about Can't Fear Your Own World. I have a general idea of what happens. I don't see us getting it adapted. Maybe as a movie or something. I don't see us getting a whole anime out of it. So there's not really much left to do with Bleach. After this last core, which I'm currently very excited for. I cannot wait for this core. We haven't seen anything. It's been 7 months. We've gotten zero information. All we know it's 2026. I'm thinking fall 2026. To be honest, I'm honestly assuming it's going to be 18 months before from core 3 to core 4. So I guess it's coming, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon, to be honest. And that's fine. I'm willing to wait. I really just want it to be good. I just really want this to be as good as 1,000 Years Blood War has been. I want this to be better because it really does deserve to be that good. It is this is one of the better parts of the series. While I am a fan of Thousand Year Blood War as a whole, these last two cores are some of the best fights in Bleach, and they did a pretty good job in most of Core 3. I didn't love some of the stuff. I made a video about this already. I didn't love some of the fights. I had some criticism, but for the most part, I think the series has just done an incredible job with this arc. But I really hope that this last couple of episodes are just as good as they need to be, because they do really need to be really good. They have the potential to be some of the best work in the series, and I really hope they are. Getting back to the Hell arc, I just don't think it's coming. I think it's time that as Bleach fans, we kind of move on. Like, just move on. It's not going to happen, at least not in a relevant time. When I say relevant, I mean, like, one day it might happen. Sure. Never say never, right? Dragon Ball has come back a million times. Anything is possible. But as far as, like, it's going to happen at the end of the 1,000-Year Blood War, it's going to happen after this milestone or that milestone, I think we're past that. It's been 4 years. It's not... If you had plans to make it, if this was something that was actually planned when he made the original chapter, I don't think it would have taken 4 years to see more. And it hasn't. It's taking now more than 4 years. Like, by the time we see it again, it'll be more than 4 years. I just don't think, at the very least, I don't think it really was something that was planned to happen when that chapter was released. I think that chapter was released as a tease, as a possibility, but I do not think that there was actually a plan going forward to release more. It is what it is. That kind of sucks. I want more Bleach. I really do. I would love to see another arc for Bleach. I want to see what happens. There's some questions to be answered, as always, because that's just how manga works. There's always things that could be added. I would love to see more from this universe, but I don't think Kubo has intentions to give us that. And to be fair, at this point, there is the possibility, and this is, I'm willing to be wrong here. I do think there is a strong possibility, if it happens at all, that the end of the 1,000-Year Blood War, the last arc, will coincide with the 25th anniversary of the series, so it'll start, this summer 2026 with a final episode right around, the beginning of August, and that will lead into the next arc for the manga. The Hell, we'll get the Hell arc after that for the 25th anniversary. And I think that is absolutely possible. I do. Of all possibility, I think that is a possibility, which is why I'm making the video now. Because I think that's a possibility, but I think that's kind of the only other possibility. At this point, I've personally conceded that it is either not happening or we get it exactly on the 25th anniversary. I do not think there is another option. I don't think that we're going to get it in, like, 2028 or something like that, or 2027. I don't see that as a real thing that could happen. Anything is possible. You never know when when he's just gonna decide to put out more. Maybe, there's something with him and Shonen are gonna, do something. I don't know. I don't work for these people. But I don't see it. I do not see any other time when this could come up. I really think that it's just not happening, with the only exception being exactly if it happens on the 25th anniversary. And if that's the case, I'm wrong. That's fine. I'd rather be wrong and get what I want. There's no losing for me here. Either I'm right, and it's just not happening, because it doesn't seem like it's happening at this point, or I'm wrong and it happens on the 25th anniversary, and huzzah, we got more Bleach. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see it happening. I don't think it is. I don't think it makes sense to wait this long. I don't think there was a need to wait 5 years to follow up on that one-off chapter. But more importantly, I think, why would you wait to the end of the anime? An anime that has been long awaited. People have been begging for a 1,000-Year Blood War anime since the end of the series. And it took several years for us to get this anime. Why would you not want to capitalize? If you planned a new arc, why would you not capitalize on the massive popularity that has hit Bleach again, that resurgence that has hit Bleach again with this anime, with an ongoing manga for the next arc that could then continue the anime, right? Like, we already have this anime going really well. You could have spent the last, 3 years that this anime has been airing to kind of push that new manga, right? Get that 4-year head start by the time the anime finishes airing, and then you can just keep going. And, like, how long is the Hell arc really going to last, right? A couple years, tops? Like, if it's one more arc, obviously the Arrancar arc is extremely long, but the series only ran for 15 years, give or take. I don't have the dates in front of me. It ran about 15 years, 2001 to 2016, give or take. I'm not 100% positive on that. I'm pretty sure it's about 15 years. And it had really 4 major arcs, but we're going to say 3 because I don't think the Fullbring arc is long enough to really count as a major arc. We have the Soul Society stuff, the Arrancar stuff, and then Thousand Year Blood War. Those are like your 3 main arcs. Obviously, there's more. We're simplifying. 3 main arcs, 5 years-ish a piece. That's not really that long. How long is the Hell arc really going to be? Maybe 5 years. If this had started releasing with the anime, by the time the anime is done, we would be wrapping up the Hell arc in the manga, more or less. And then you could just make that the next anime. It could just flow right into being the next anime. And I think that would have worked great. But we didn't do that. We didn't do any of that. We went 3 years, going on 4 years of this anime with 0 new manga, despite sort of announcing the Hell arc. So at this point, I just don't think we're getting a Hell arc. Like, I just don't think we are. Again, I think maybe for the 25th anniversary we get something. But at that point, the anime is going to be over. Now we have to stop the anime, start the manga again. And then what? Do we pick up the anime again for the Hell arc, but also kind of try to trail behind it while it's ongoing so we don't run into the filler issue that we had with the original series? Why do that? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I don't think there was ever actually a plan for a Hell arc. I think he put out a one-shot and left the door open for the Hell arc, for his next idea, but I don't think he had like a real solid plan for it. I think he just wanted to keep Bleach in people's minds, and by announcing a Hell arc, it keeps it in people's minds. It keeps people thinking about it without them ever having to actually do anything. Now we're just all waiting for the Hell arc. And as soon as it's announced, it's going to be a huge thing, which it will be, and that's great. But he kind of just told us that to keep us on our toes. I don't think that's actually coming anytime soon. Anyway, hopefully I'm wrong. Please be wrong. I really just want more Bleach. I just kind of want to manage expectations. I don't think we're actually getting anything else from the series anytime soon. I will be patiently awaiting the 25th anniversary and with hopes that that's when we do get it. But I kind of feel like we're just not going to at this point. I think we've passed the time where the Hell arc was a given, and now it's back to Bleach will return eventually. They'll do something with it eventually, but it's not something I would wait on. It's not something I'm looking forward to anymore. When it comes, but it's not a huge deal anymore.